All right, man, I'm gonna get started again, but without the narration, we'll run through the math slides. Sorry for the double echo, but I remember last time I was on, I couldn't even check and see if it was playing. But what up, brother Kenny? All right, man, I'm gonna get started again, but without the narration, we'll run through the math slides. Sorry for the double echo, but I remember last time I was on, I couldn't even check and see it. And here we go. Hi, my guys. So now I can see it in here. So that's what's up, man. Last time I was on, Brother Kenny, you are not going to believe it, but I sent the invites out to some big YouTube content creators, even a part of the B1 network, Nyla says even. And she was in the back chat, but while I was running it, because I had it on full screen. So remember, I'm still trying to get all of the pieces together. So don't hold it against me just yet. But while I was in full screen, I couldn't check and see that she was in the back chat and ready to have the conversation for a whole stream. Feel like I wasted big YouTubers' time. Have to apologize like 100 times for that. But going forward, I will be getting the second screen so that I can see it up on one screen when the YouTube is up, and then on this screen, control the presentation mode. So that's my commitment going forward. If I'm going to be doing this, I got to actually invest in the pieces that actually allow it to run more efficiently. And yeah, man, I just wanted to play the video for those folks who wasn't able to make it yesterday. I'm having a challenge though, because I can't find exactly what I can't remember what I actually named the video, and it could be.
Now, over and over again, we are not merely disproportionate victims of impoverishment. There was a specific policy specific policies directed to the African American community, and I think the only way we're going to get out of this is to have the same.
You criticized President Obama for when he went to Morehouse College. He was essentially giving the kind of talk that people have about how behavior, dropping out of school, taking drugs, breaking up marriages, produces many of the pathologies that you see in Black inner city life. But this is, after all, William Julius Wilson, the great sociologist at Harvard, who is Black, who has studied this for his whole life, he argues that the evidence is overwhelming that those Blacks who are able to maintain, shall we call them bourgeois, values and habits, do very well and actually have income levels very similar to whites and have achievement levels very similar, and that this is the way out of the poverty trap, the crime trap, the mass incarceration trap. Why would you be opposed to it?
Well, because I'm obviously not opposed to getting an education, staying away from illicit drugs,
urging Blacks to do all that.
I'm not opposed to urging anyone to do that. I just don't think Black people in particular are in need of any extra urging for that. You said something that I think very interesting, this notion that African Americans who, let's just say, play by the rules, somehow end up in a space of equality with white families who do the same. And I just have to challenge that. We have great recent studies. For instance,
See, they put this on the screen, but one of the things that they missed, he said, I just don't think Black people need extra urgent to get an education, stay off illegal drugs, or I think he said illicit drugs, but he also said, and staying married. And I guess that line didn't make the cut, but he said, and staying married, but he said it real quickly and he kind of mumbled it. Let me run it back.
I think very interesting, this notion that African Americans who, let's just say, play by the rules, somehow.
I think it was right before that.
I'm not opposed to urging anyone to do that. I just don't think Black people in particular are in need of any extra urging for that. You said something that I think very interesting, this notion that African Americans who, let's just say, play by the rules, somehow end up in a space of equality with white families who do the same. And I just have to challenge that. We have great recent studies. For instance, Patrick Sharkey, a sociologist down at NYU, recently showed that African American families that make $100,000 a year, which that's going pretty well in America, tend to live in the same sort of neighborhoods as white families that make $30,000 a year. I saw this in my own life. I had two parents who, at the time I was raised, who stayed together for the entirety of my childhood. I had two parents who were well-educated, college-educated, books all around me, education, stress, and yet every day when I walked outside, I thought about this fear for my body. My parents being married, my parents being, possessing bourgeois values as they did, my parents playing by the rules as they did, could not save me from that.
But you don't think that isn't one important path out to not succumb to drugs, to not have
Sure.
children when you're 14,
Sure.
not break up families?
Sure. Sure. But
So it seemed to me that's what Obama was saying at Morehouse. He was celebrating Black achievement, but he was saying, but you guys have to not fall into these traps.
Well, I mean, he was addressing a graduating class for, one of our most sturdy Black colleges in the country. I'm pretty sure those people had pretty much mastered that portion of it. That's how they got there. That's how they ended up graduating from Morehouse. But the question, as far as I'm concerned, is how do we get to a position of equality? How do you build a world in which those folks who have played by the rules, who are graduating from college, not just arrived at college, not freshman year of high school, actually graduated from Morehouse College and are now moving on with their lives. How do you create a situation, a world, in which those folks who have held up their end of the deal, have done what they were supposed to do to get out of the neighborhood, get to college, get the degree, can be equivalent to people who are doing the same? How do you do that? And I just don't think the way to do that is, to tell them you need to play by the rules even more. As the president of the United States, I definitely don't think that. As the bearer of all the heritage and all the policy that's been passed in the past and is continuing to be passed, I just don't think that's the way. I think they've mastered that part. I think that's why they're graduating. That explains why they're graduating. It just isn't enough.
Is your own extraordinary success a refutation of your basic thesis?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Applauded.
Not in any way.
You're
Not
paid
in any way.
well. You're.
Thank you very much.
What
It tells me that we live in an era that is very different than the era that we lived in 50 years ago. And here's how. Individual African Americans, through a combination of talent, hard work, and great luck, can achieve and can do really, really well. Individuals, in a way that just wasn't true under the era of Jim Crow. I don't think you could have an African American president at that point in time. But that isn't really the argument. The argument is on a mass level. How do we bring equality? How do we make sure that that's true for a mass number of Black people, the way that it's true for a mass number of white? I'm just one person. I'm just one writer for the Atlantic. We have one African American president right now. I don't know when we're going to have another. How do we make it true that African American children have a shot to experience the same degree of success as white children? That to me is ultimately the question, not a few individual cases. Through some combination, as I said, of extraordinary luck and work who make it through. How do we equalize it for everybody?
Thought I'd give that one free. That was something that was filmed right there live. I was at Morehouse College. It is in my pictures there, but how do I get up out of this thing now? What else we got? What I was actually looking for was the video that I created for M.A.S.S yesterday. So rock with me because I'm starting to move into that space a little bit at a time. But good night. And because I can't find it, it's really annoying me because I wanted to do the short version of it, which is just show that video and then let you all get back to it. I think I may have found it here. Oh yeah, here we go. So it's just the video. Appreciate you, B1. See, yeah, even as I critique it down with you, as I look further, it's hard to see what is actually on the screen from those slides. So we got to blow those out a little bit more going forward. But what it was just a review of some of the tweets that were posted underneath the CNN post when they aired the story, and just kind of responding to some of those, kind of trolling. The major key takeaway, though, was the laws passed in Texas, 3 of them that could become or have the potential to become federal bans, or federal laws, rather. All right, and so it still compliments or says that need to be prepared. It's still talking about the gun laws and everything that you'll see in politics. Wanted to make a short video that kind of aired some of that out. We did the whole breakdown yesterday. You can check that stream. But that's all we got. All right, peace, B1. I'll wait, but let me see. Unless somebody, you know what, I do need to try something, Kenny. So if you would oblige your brother, I want to be able to send the link out, and I haven't done it in like real time to be able to even test that. Do you mind if I send you I don't want to add your email to the live chat right here, so I'll do it on the next one. But remind me to get your email. That way I can at least test out how do I add people on to the stream. That way, when folks want to have that conversation or open up those phone lines and things, we're able to do that as well. And it won't just be me talking. But that's all I got. Live stream of the video, put the video presentation together. It is M.A.S.S, Texas again. We know the major events. We know that some of the key talking points that they looked at where the federal investigation wanted to uncover whether or not they acted alone, whether or not they were a part of a domestic or international terrorist cell. Those were some of the things that they said they strongly believe, or they believe that they did act alone. They believe that they weren't a part of a domestic terrorism. I showed as the stream went a little forward, there was another incident down in Alabama, but it was after a high school football game, there was a shooting. And so some of the first things that they wanted to know there was who was it? Who were the witnesses? What did they see and say? And so just looking at the difference between the way investigations are even held after these events, what peace of mind and assurances are they looking to give, and to whom do they make those assurances? A lot of it was, conjecture, because it didn't come chalk laden with a lot of facts. There are some video links that they had available that we also put out there for them about the mass shooting. Ultimate key takeaways were the laws that were enacted on Sunday there in Texas, 3 of them which had broader ramifications that I discussed as well. The biggest of that being, there were landowners and property owners who had tenants, and they put a ban on those tenants from being able to carry or protect or store weapons on those properties. And I said, now that's just ridiculous, right? How do you ban someone from having the ability to protect themselves inside of their dwelling, to protect their wives and protect their children? That ban is something that should have been called to examination in the minds of men, as well as something that should have federal implications. No landowner or property owner that is renting out to a tenant, especially if they're like some major corporation or some foreign party, some foreign holder or mutual fund that holds the actual lease to those or the deeds to those properties, they shouldn't be able to command that those people who live on those properties cannot be armed and cannot protect themselves, their family, and their communities. So that was the big call out. I think it should have been a federal ban as Texas grows on it. But other than that, it didn't have a lot of details, a lot of facts. Not that it would have been interesting to me, because the facts and details that I like are like aerial view, camera view, how long was the entire active shooting incident, things that you can actually build and learn from when you're actually preparing yourself or looking to prepare yourself, or even conscientious about the idea of being more prepared as a citizen. I think the overall takeaway would be, and how do you reflect on these type of incidents personally? Are they something that just happened and you kind of look over and say, wow, that happened again? Or is it something that kind of strikes you a little bit different and says, wow, this is happening a little bit more frequently? What is happening behind the scenes, and not just to attribute it to politics and the racial mood or sentiment that's going on in the world, but say, I, as a man, in any of those situations where 22 people were gunned down on a random highway, on a random day, at a random hour, unpredictable as it is, how prepared are you to survive, and how prepared have you prepared your family and your loved ones to actually endure and press on should the worst happen? But man, I looked at it. I thought it was interesting. I would love to get to the point of not having to present any more M.A.S.S videos, but that was M.A.S.S Volume 3, Texas again. Peace.